All right. Welcome to Build in Public Pump Fun Hackathon. Of course, we are Mod Media. Go and check out our website, see everything we got going on, moonerdust.media. That's where you can go and check that out. If you want to check out our X account, you can go to @Moonerdust Nice and simple. And if you want to join the ride with us and you share the vision of what we're doing, you can pick up some Mafia token right down there, of course. We are live on Pump Fun, and the following day we post all of these across to all our other social medias on YouTube, on X, and on Rumble. And that's totaling, I think, over 200,000 plus subscribers across all the channels that we do after the fact. But if you are watching live, please engage in the chat. Let us know who's up, who's in here. Take a few minutes for people to flow in. But yeah, of course, we are in the process of building the classic 1980s game show card game called Card Sharks, which we will add to our roster of game shows. We currently have one that we built a while back called Moon or Dust. You can see the most recent episode down there in the previous streams as well, where Space Cat was representing Coffee Coin, taking on our AI whales. You can go and check that out, see the standard that we're looking to build to here as we take you on this journey with us. Of course, we're using multiple softwares. We got the logic and functionality. We're very close to doing that, but it's Happy Friday to everybody. I hope everybody is doing well. Adam, you don't have your mod media background in there today.
Oh, let me fix that.
How are you doing? I
Doing
know it's
good,
late,
doing
it's
good.
late where you're at right now. It's what, after 11 p.m. for you?
Yep, it's 11:20.
11:20. Burning the midnight oil, as they say. There we go. There's the mod media background. Very nice.
Oh,
But yeah,
all
appreciate
right.
everybody showing up. Let us know who is live in the chat at the moment. Say what's up, and please, as we're building this out, give us your thoughts, your ideas, your feedback on anything that we're doing. If anybody there wants to come in here and join us on the show to test out a game, please do so. Hit us up. Probably Telegram is the best place to go to hit us up. You can send one of us a DM. Let us know you've sent it to, because sometimes my DMs get auto archived. But yeah, Adam, how you doing? How are you feeling about the game and so far? How's you looking forward to the weekend?
Yeah, I am. It's actually Valentine's weekend, so I'll probably going for some dinner tomorrow night. Hopefully, someplace local. You know how it
Nice.
goes.
Yep, very nice.
That's the plan anyway. But yeah, looking forward to the weekend. But obviously, we keep grinding away here all the time. And looking forward to the next stage of the game, the build out, because now at this point it all starts. Once we kind of have it worked through and
Your
the game
camera is
log.
frozen there too, by the way. I think that happens when you jump and you have another window highlighted. Oh, there you go. All right, you can see your lips
Okay,
moving now.
we're back. But yeah, this is where the game starts, getting a little bit more exciting, starts coming together, the lore, the design work, how it all feels, the sound effects, all this stuff starts getting added here now on the front end. So I'm excited for that to happen now that we have, mostly all the game logic sorted out, designed, working, flowing good. I know we have to move on and look at the sudden death round. It's a little bit anticlimactic, as we
Yeah.
were saying on the last show, so we need to juice that up a bit. So I think we might explore that further tonight and
Excellent.
maybe implement something that makes that a little bit better.
Yeah,
But yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, very nice. And also, of course, we have to fix it where in that sudden death round you have the option to pass it to someone else. But are we going to change all that up too? Like, you don't have to do a straight run. Are we going to add in, you think, where you can freeze and this and that? Or I'm thinking we have to
yeah,
hand it back and forth, like, because the fact that one person doesn't even get to play in the final round, I'm not sure
yeah,
I'm digging it either.
yeah. I agree. I think we want to make that sudden death round a little bit more entertaining.
Yeah, agreed. So what do we want to do here, Adam? Do we want to maybe we could do a quick run through of the game and let everybody know kind of where we're at?
Yeah, we could. Let me see here. Let me share my screen.
And before we get to that as well, everybody will probably work on our queen card as well today. You know, generate a lot of images too. The other ones, but Nano was giving us the best results. We're using OpenArt AI to do this software we've been using. Um, and we're at that point now where the aesthetics and stuff is starting to really come into the fold. So yeah, we're going to be banging out a lot of those cards. I have already worked on the the playing cards 2 to 10. So I'll try and crank those out over the weekend here. I'm sure not everybody's going to want to watch me making 40 plus playing cards or whatever the number is. Um, so I'll get those done over the weekend. They'll be ready, and I'll do the work on the colored cards always, in public, so everybody can kind of see that process. So today we'll probably work on the queen and finish that up. We'll pick our favorite ones and we'll pull it on over into Photoshop and start doing a little bit of work on it there. All right. So let's pull this up here real quick and pop us over here. So where are we at, Adam? Do you want to give everybody like a quick update on where we're
Yep.
at and what we're planning on doing?
Yeah. So in the last game, the last episode, we kind of did a lot of work on the producer interface and the UI. Small little, not much on the game board UI as such, but it was just kind of making the producer UI a little bit more intuitive, and some of the things with we updated the questions. So the survey question is now being generated by ChatGPT 5 Mini, and if you did see it, you can see that it generates a batch of 50 questions at the very beginning of the game. There's a little load bar while it's doing that. It does have a fallback of just a fallback batch of questions if it doesn't generate for some reason or whatever. But there's no reason that it doesn't. It hasn't failed us yet. So that's working nicely. The questions are pretty good. Um, what else did we add in there? We added in obviously the ability to skip a question if we wanted to,
Yep.
and a couple of other small little UI upgrades within that. We ran through a full game. We hit sudden death. Didn't really like how that played out. Kind of too fast and not very entertaining, to be honest. So we want to do a little bit of work on the sudden death round, um, just so it's not over in a flash. Um,
Yeah. And plus, of course, the fact that one player doesn't really get to participate in the
yeah,
sudden death isn't really not a lot
yeah,
of fun. So yeah, we
not a lot of
definitely
fun.
overhaul that.
Yes, exactly. And this was one of the things that we popped in here at the end of the last round. Round the sudden death round, the player who gets survey question correct should then have the ability to decide whether to run the ladder themselves with a swap available or decide that their opponent must run their ladder with no swap. And then I just wanted to verify if there's an ice card because we still hadn't hit. Um, so we could be changing this up completely anyway in the sudden death for the sudden death round. So I think we need to kind of trash that out and see what direction we want to go with it. I know somebody in the chat yesterday did have a suggestion, I believe. Um, if we can find it.
Maybe a good way to do the sudden death round would be that we don't have the ability to swap. Makes it a little more, intense
Okay,
or
yes.
whatever. What do you think?
Yeah. And I think we increase it back to 7 cards for sudden death. You just can't swap.
Yeah, I think so.
So that means basically that there's no survey questions except for the start.
Mm-hmm.
If
Okay.
someone gets a wrong answer, it just goes to the next person. They go as far as they can, get a wrong answer, it swaps back, right?
Yes.
Okay, and then they just have to have another punt at whatever card they have.
Right. I mean, if that being the case, I mean, there's no survey questions. I feel like that'll run pretty quick. Should we up the amount of cards? What do you think? We up to 10 cards for the sudden death, where if there's no question and you're just swapping back and forth the whole time,
Yeah, it will run through it quicker for sure.
maybe that's something we consider.
Yeah, I guess we can try that.
All right, sweet.
Okay, so say no.
All right.
I'm going to type up a prompt here and just kind of prepare that if you want to jump over and just let everyone see where we were at
Mm-hmm.
yesterday with the Queen
Queen.
on the Rose card. I
Yeah.
believe the word of the day was spicy.
Yeah. Spicy. um, so out of all the ones that we put out there yesterday that we generated, these are kind of my favorites. Queen one, two, three, and four. There. What I'm thinking I might do is let me see if I go into the Moon or Dust channel here. If I let me see if I can create a poll. Where do I find that? Let me put it over here. Maybe I'm not seeing. Video set, schedule stream. I'm not sure if we can do it. Create topic. Yeah, okay. I'm not seeing where I can do a poll. I thought I could do a poll in here. Maybe it's different with the way we have this channel set up. But yeah, I will do that in the meantime. But anybody that's in the chat, let me know which one of these do you guys think is the better looking one. What about you, Adam? What are you leaning towards out of these four?
Um, let's see, I'm thinking if I was to pick two, I would say either number one or number three.
One or three? Okay, very good.
Or sorry,
My
one, I'm not sure which way you're looking at it. One,
Well, it says Q1, Q2, Q3,
oh,
Q4.
sorry. Q1 and Q2 would be my two top.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm leaning towards as well, to be honest. Anybody that's in the chat, let us know what is your preferred queen here that we're working on, and we can take a look at it. Now, what I'll do is I'll share my screen here and I'll start pulling these guys into Photoshop. Who's out there watching? Who's in the chat today? Let us know. Okay, I'm going to stop that and let me share my Photoshop window. Of course, there we are. Let me remove that and add this, and I'll pop us back down here as well. Okay, so this is the King card, as you can see, and we built this a few days ago, and we got our red and our black versions of it. Let me see, there's the red and the black. So I'll continue to build those out, the different colors. I won't torture everybody looking at me going through the minute things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull in number one here. And what I'm thinking we do here is I do like the background of this too, I have to say. But what I'm thinking we do is I might cut her out and then I'll remove her from the background and then I can pull the background back in, or else we can create a new background for it and tie it into what we already have. Yes, so there is our queen, our Gumar, only rose with the inspiration here. So in order to do this is going to be a slightly tedious process. We're going to have to cut her out. And I know there are tools in here to do it, but sometimes you just don't get the desired result. What I'm using right now is the pen tool. And I'm just going to cut right around her here. And we'll make her own graphic. And then once I kind of have that done, I'll tidy up the arms. If you can see here, we got a slight little bit of weirdness going on here with the arm. So we'll tidy that up as well, and we'll get this to where we want it. We can have a look, and then we can kind of maybe mess around with the other one also and see which one we like in the end. So I hope everybody's going to enjoy this beautiful, tedious process of me cutting out the card. But, you know, it's something that's got to be done. I will test out cutting out the background after the fact, but I think it's not going to give me what I want with the card and everything like that. But I will move through this as quickly as I possibly can, everybody. So bear with us. I know Adam's watched me do this many, many times before, and it
Yep,
was riveting.
yep, exactly. Always riveting watching someone cutting something out.
um, but yeah, so there it is. And next thing we got to kind of think about here, guys, is the jack. So what is the jack going to look like? Obviously, it's going to be, we talked about it, and per Josh's suggestion too, Wolf Brawler, if you're in the chat, um, that it would be the enforcer, right? The hitman style guy would be the jack. So that's something that we have to we got to think about here. And something else we got to think about is, what are we calling this thing? What is the name of this game? We have the lore, we have the mafia style, theme, I guess you could say. But what are we going to call this bad boy? We've had a few suggestions, a few decent ones, I have to say. But I don't know, nothing really rung my bell, as we would say, just yet. Anyway, at least I'm sure something will. And remember, this is based on the classic 1980s TV game show called Card Sharks. And you can check that out on YouTube if you want to see kind of where the inspiration for this game came from. That's the great thing about game shows and things like that. Like they stand the test of time. And man, it's funny watching the old ones from the 80s, that's for sure. Looking at all the nice hairdos. Classic stuff.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
exactly. Some serious bazzers, big curly froze,
lots
mullets,
lots of big hair. Hair
big,
was
big
hair was
hair.
big back then. Um, but yeah, so let's continue my cutout here now. Getting around the crown. There it is. Anybody in the chat? You guys got any plans for the weekends? Anything fun? Obviously it's Valentine's weekend, so everybody going to be hanging out with the ladies, I guess. I got to do the same myself. Got to try to do something nice.
Of
You
course.
can.
How's the cooking skills at the moment? Make a nice dinner.
Yeah, that'd be all right, wouldn't it?
Yep.
Do a nice dinner at home. Keep it country. We'll see. Everyone's like, oh yeah, she's gonna love that. Take her out. Yeah. We're simple folk out here in the woods, Uh, okay, it's coming along. We'll get this now to where we want it. And I'll show you some awesome little tricks. Of course, she's got that thick black line around there now. And she's got the cigar with the holder. I'm kind of okay with that. We're going for the cigarette, but let's see how this goes now. And anybody that's just tuning in case you missed it, we just did the trending show, and we had one of the founders of Mia who was on with us. We did a nice long interview. We'll be dropping the clip to that after the fact. So if anybody's watching, you want to check out what the competition is like, we're going to be doing a whole slew of those interviews so everybody can see. And of course, that's what we do here at Mod Mafia, highlighting projects and giving them the exposure that we're building here off the platform that we're building, the ecosystem that we're building. With so much liquidity drying up in the market these days, it's marketing's expensive. When there's not a lot of money coming in, it's hard to get that exposure. And that is something. I mean, it's from experience. We've done this too. We've had other things that, you try to do. I'm sure everybody has a similar story. But we've had many projects that you try to do, and it's tough. It's tough to get the exposure that you need unless you got millions of dollars to spend on it, especially in Web3 space. Because people know there's a lot of money in Web3, so that prices can be big. So let's pan out here and have a little look at where we're at. So I've cut her all around there. And we need to, I like the keeping the hand down here. So we'll take that one and we'll put it up here. And then it's like we got a straight split right here down to kind of around, let's see, follow this line down. Let's go somewhere around there. And we'll pick it back up and we can fix up that little niggly bit after the fact. All right, we got anybody in the chat with us today? Epic. Oh, he's just in there chilling. I forget I said anything. All right, here we go. Okay, so we're just going to cut around the hand here for the last final piece, and we'll start getting through the rest of it. Okay, there she is holding them poker chips. I'm going to zoom in another little bit here, just so we're getting that nailed in right. There we go. Now, I know everybody that's watching, this is absolutely riveting stuff, but very necessary. And this is the life that you got to do. But you know, you got to be particular about these things. It's worth it. You know, people always love the attention to detail, so it makes a good thing great, in my opinion. Okay, so there we are. We have her cut out right now. So I'm going to select that, make a selection with a 0 feather, and there she is. And I'm going to Control J that, and we will remove the old one. So there we go. All right, we got her in there. Now I'm going to get my eraser tool here, make sure that's hard. And I'm going to just cut out these little bits right here between her finger, a little bit right there, a little heavy, a little bit right there, a little bit right there, also heavy. Okay, that's that. Okay, so there she is. Now what we want to do next is we want to tidy up this little arm situation here. So what we could possibly do here is just, let's say, take this arm right here, and we will Control J that. And now we have it right there. So what we'll do is we will mirror that, transform, flip horizontal. And this can help us if we line it up correctly. Okay. It's not looking too bad right there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop the opacity a little touch here so I can see exactly what we're dealing with. Okay, there's our elbow down there. So let's hide this again, see if that's actually working for us. Okay. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean this up here a little bit. So I'm going to create another layer right over the top of that arm. And I will select that black color, that kind of dark navy color. And I'm just going to paint in, we don't want that. And we can kind of paint this out here as well. Let's paint that up. Okay, so let's kind of tidying that up a little bit there. And let's have another look at the arm we just had. And let me put the opacity back up on that. There it is. Okay, so let's start to erase a little bit of this too. Tidy it up a little more. Okay, so we can maybe take this off here and just tidy it up. We can kind of, okay, it's taking too much off the button there. So let's take that and we can distort it a little bit. Just move this angle in right there. So we'll tidy it up. And how are we looking down here? Okay, tidy this up here a little bit. Just a little minor distortion so I can go over to the underneath layer and get rid of that little part right there. Oh, a bit heavy. Okay, so that's certainly looking a bit better. Maybe we go back to our brush here and let's move that over here a little bit. Get to my eraser again, just tidy that up, and we go back to my brush. And what I'm thinking we do here, we still have that black line. Okay. Maybe we just start to, let's take this right here and we'll cut this little part out. It looks a little odd. And we'll just brush over the top of it. Like that. Okay, that's not looking too bad. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to extend this line down here. I'm just going to chop off that elbow and any other thing that is underneath there. Make sure that there's nothing interfering with it. Okay. Well, that's looking pretty good right there. So what we will do next is let's flatten her together. I think I'm pretty happy with that so far. Oh, excuse me. I think my computer is getting a little slow. Okay, just while it was saving there, I think was the issue. All right, who we got? We got Singh in the house. Hey, welcome, Singh. Thank you, brother, for tuning in. 7MD, good evening, sir. Appreciate you guys jumping in. We're doing great, sir. Saturday morning, where you're at. Very good. Time traveler, you're off in the future there. I know Singh is a guy who likes some graphics too, so I hope you're enjoying this portion here. So there we have, there's our full queen. So I'm going to flatten all of those layers that I had, and then I'm going to duplicate her down here. And I think the goal here is to rotate her. So we want to go to Edit, Transform, and rotate 180. And then we'll pop her down there. Okay. So based on that, let's have a little look at what we got. Now let's grab the two of those and we will center it up so we have a good idea. And let's drop the king here behind us and see what kind of size we're looking at. So let's pop the king up and see how big he is there. Okay, that's down to that end, and that's down to him right there. Okay, so that's how she would kind of sit on the card. I like it. So we'll hide the king here now again. And what we're going to try to tidy up is what we got right here, this line that we have. So best way to approach this is I'll take the bottom one and I'll drop the opacity on the, oh no, sorry, that's the top one, my mistake. Drop the opacity on that bottom one there. And I think let's pop that underneath. Okay, so everybody can see. And what we need to do then is, what I'll do is I will increase the opacity here, and I will take the layer at the bottom here, and I'm going to create that layer, and then I'm going to put it above the other one so it matches up just right. Right there. Okay. I'll create another little, what we got there? Okay, yes, that's our extra layer there that's going over the top to give it that symmetry. And what I'll do is I will pop another layer underneath both of those, and we'll make it just this flat layer, and I can paint this across. So it fills in that gap, gives it a little more depth there and a little more length. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Let me give it a quick save. Always save your work, people. I've had power outages and I wanted to pull my hair out sometimes, and that's happened. Now it does have some autosave features sometimes, but that doesn't always pan out and you could end up losing work. Okay, so what we will do now is I will, let me see where we're at. Okay, so there's a queen. Adam, how are you feeling about the queen so far? What do you think? Oh, he's not there. Sure, he'll be back.
Yeah, I'm actually loving it. I've been watching there. I just got to jump up here and turn off the heating. But
Oh yeah, no
yeah,
worries.
it's like,
No worries. Yeah, I'm liking it. Give me your feedback in the chat as well. Anybody that's watching, let me know what you guys think. How are you feeling about the queen? See, lady, you out there? If you're watching after the fact, inspiration is only rose for this one. Sir Gumar. And the other one that I did like was number 2. which was the one that had the gun. She was holding the gun and the cigarette. So let me put her into her own folder here, and I'll call that Queen. There it is. And I'll go down to the king here now, and I'll start adding some of the graphics from down here to that. So first off, let's go with the actual backdrop of it, which will be there. So let's turn that on. Okay, so there's our overall card. And next, let's pull up the, where is it? The King of Hearts copy. Let's take both of those up. So we'll duplicate those. I'm going to pop them up above the card. All right, so we might as well change those to a Q. Makes sense. There we go. Interesting Q. Nice long leg on it. Might have to do something about that, but we can cross that bridge. So let's say that is the queen right there. And let's, what else have we got down in the king here that we're going to use? So what we could do here now, potentially, if we wanted to keep, if we want to keep the same similar background, what I could do is if we go back in, okay, I'm going to save this here. And I'm going to go to OpenArt. And we will see if we can remove Don Corleone from the other card. And we could potentially use that exact background then to put behind our queen. And then we can keep those backgrounds similar across all the cards, or pretty similar at least. So let me share the screen here. Where are you at? Window. Is that it right there? I think that's it. Oh no, it's not. Is that it? AI Creator Studio. There it is. Okay, perfect. Okay, so as you can see, here are all the ones that we had done yesterday, and we're pulling out the best. I picked out like the top 4 that I liked. There's some work that I'm doing with Rico, and here was the card that we initially used for the king, which you saw a little earlier. So I'm going to select that, and I'm going to go, now this is slightly changed a little bit. They changed the UI like yesterday, so I'm still getting used to exactly where everything's at. But this, what you're looking at right now, is OpenArt. Let me pull up the link to that. So this is OpenArt, or sorry, wrong one. OpenArt.ai. There it is. And you can check that out. I'm going to move myself over here. And for anyone who's tuning in, we're moonerdust.media, baby. Go and check us out. And we are building a live game show, which we'll add to our roster. We've already built one called Moon or Dust. And this is the next one that's based off the classic 1980s card game called Card Sharks. So you can go check that out on YouTube too if you want to check out some clips and how that works. We're building it out. We've been testing it. And we're on to designing all the awesome cards. And of course, if you want to join us in this journey, you share our vision, pop down there, pick up some Mafia token for yourself, be a good chap, and let's do this thing. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to hit edit image. And I'm going to tell it exactly what to do. Remove the character from the card. And let's generate that. So you can see right there, you can set. This is a way you can paint over, and then a specific area edit. You can kind of select an area and tell it what to do. So it's a really good piece of kit, everybody. And it looks like they just did a nice big upgrade here as well. So that's pretty sweet. So let's generate that, remove the character from the card. I hope it doesn't think that the king is the character now. I might have to word that a little better after the fact, but let's see what it gives us. I'm thinking, do I have to go all the way to the top here again? Yeah, there it is. Okay, so it's generating up here at the top. And if we can remove the correct character, the actual, there it is. Okay, what did it give us? Okay, that's interesting. It looks like it turned it on its side. I didn't know there was a rotation here. I mean, there isn't. Wouldn't you think it would give us the exact same thing? But anyway, I think, can we use it? We can't really use this. Why is it giving it to us in that dimensions? Remove the character from the card and keep exact ratio and dimensions, or let's say composition. Okay, let's try that again and see if it gives us in the same size. And again, like I said, they just switched this up a little bit. So some of the things, I'm trying to get used to the new UI layout here. We got some stuff up here: image, video, audio, all, favorites, filters, view settings. Okay, so hopefully it'll give us the right. No, it keeps giving it to us giving it to us sideways, and there is absolutely nothing in there now. Okay, so this is pretty
Maybe just
close.
say keep it in portrait orientation or something.
I mean, usually when I've done this before, it would automatically just keep the exact same size as what it was the last time I used
Yeah.
this chat to edit functionality. So I don't know what they've changed about it, but it is what it is. Let me pop back over here to Photoshop. Have you got something, Adam, you want to touch on there, and we can come back to this?
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty much ready to do some more testing of the game.
Okay, beautiful. Let's do that. I'm going to just have a quick check on something here. Let's
All
do
right.
this. How about we do this? Hold on. Let me share my screen again here. Share this window. Share. And let me remove you and add this. So we're back over in Photoshop here. There's the king card. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the red from it right now. And I'm going to see if this works. So I'm going to just cut around it and see if it removes it. Sometimes this does work. It's a feature within Photoshop called generative fill. I'm going to see if it'll remove our character if I just cut around him here. I will tidy this up a little bit too, but let me just tidy this up here, this edge, so we're not cutting that off too much. Okay, that looks okay there. Let me just make sure that I have a backup. I do. So what I'm going to do is just click generative fill right here and make sure that it's on Firefly 1 is better for generative fill if anybody's using Photoshop. And let's hit generate. I'm just curious to see if it's going to remove him for us.
Exciting.
Let's see. Come on, Photoshop. Come on, Firefly. You can do this. Boom. There it
Boom,
is.
look at that.
Gives you a couple of different
Epic.
options here as well. So what we'll do is I will take now this and duplicate it and bring it up underneath the queen. And I can just hide that layer now because we don't need it. And let's close out our king for now and turn on our queen. Now I just need to pop these into the right positions here in the layer structure. And it's this, where is it? Where did I put you? Here and here. So let's go and put this just above the white card. And there you have it. There she is.
Nice.
So what I could potentially do now is to get that to the red is I will just select this one here. I'm going to merge that right there. I'm going to create a new layer. And I need to go back to my king here now, so I make sure that I keep the colors correct. Turn on my king. As you can see, the red is there, and it's on a color layer. So I'm going to put that back to normal, sample that color, and then I'm going to put it back to color, so that stays the way it needs to stay. And then I will get back onto the queen right here, and I will fill an entire image. Let's go back to just above the background of the card. And I'm going to fill it with that color. Oops, there's my layer. I'm going to fill it with that. And I'm going to select that, change it to color also. And there it is. She's nicely cut out there now too. And I'm going to save that. And that is going to match up very nicely with our king. Looking good. I'm just going to erase these extra parts along the edge. And there it is. There is the Queen of Hearts, everybody. Now I'm going to tidy up this little leg here a bit, or maybe we find a new font that'll look a little better for it. But I mean, I like it. I have to say, I like it. I like how it's looking. I think it's definitely in line with what we're doing here.
Yep.
How you like it,
Oh,
Adam?
this is
Looking
looking
good?
spicy.
Looking spicy. Is it spicy enough for everybody? I hope so. Um, okay, so there we go, guys. There is the Queen of Hearts just built with our inspiration as only Rose. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get a little Rose Easter egg there and slot it into the background too, so that, you know,
That generation fill with Firefly is a pretty neat tool, isn't it?
right? Isn't it? Yeah, yeah, it is. It's really good. And of
Yeah.
course, anybody that is using it, make sure you use Firefly 1, not Firefly 3. If you're doing it, you do not get the same results as of right now, at least. So here we go. Let me just close this out and give everybody an idea. Here's the queen. Here's the king. There it is. Looking
Beautiful.
good. Looking good, I
And
think.
Mr. Bitzel said you can always create a Mr. Bitzel card if we like.
All right, you're gonna have to tell me what that's gonna look like. Let me know.
We
You
need a
can be
mug
the
shot.
enforcer. Give me a mug shot, and we'll make you the enforcer, Mr. Bitzel. How about that?
I like it. I
We'll
like it.
turn you mafioso style, and we'll turn you into the enforcer.
That's got to be
Because
the Jack, right?
it's going to be the Jack. So the Jack is going to be the enforcer, maybe the Bugsy Malone kind of type guy. But okay, I'm going to
All right,
save
Mr.
this for
Bitzel,
now.
you know what to do. DM
Yes.
Mr. P the mug shot, and you will be the enforcer.
Hell yeah. Send it over my way, brother, and you're going to make your way into the deck for this game that is going to be world renowned. Um, okay, so there we go. I'm going to remove this item. I'm going to pop back up what you got going on there. We'll pop ourselves
All
back
right.
over and just a quick update with everybody. We are building a game show that will be live very soon. We've already built one before called Moon or Dust. You can see the latest episode down there in the previous streams. Don't be shy. Go check it out. You can see all our older episodes too on YouTube. And the last 3 episodes have had a massive UI update as well. So if you're looking at older episodes, don't worry, that was an MVP product. But since then, we've made it look a lot sexier, and we have run about 26 episodes of it so far, giving away a lot of money for everybody. And we're looking to be picking it up again next week. We should be picking it up. We had some slight technical issues yesterday with our third-party servers. So we couldn't do it. And Sean had a scheduling issue today and he wasn't able to make it. So apologies for not being able to pull it off this week, but we will be back again with that next week. But you can check out the clips below and get an idea of what, the standard that we're building this to right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to test out a game here, Adam. What changes have you made and what are we looking at doing this round of this game?
Yeah, just before we move to that, that's one of the things that I'm kind of really enjoying about building live is getting feedback from the people in the chat, the audience, community members, and Mr. Bitzel. That's one of the perks of tuning in here, watching live, and getting involved in the chat. Now you have made your way into the deck. So I'm looking forward to see how that's going to be fun.
Magic.
All right, so here we go. Maybe Mr. Bitzel can join us here for a game if he's down for it, because we're going to
Hey,
have to test this out.
Yeah, hey, Mr. B, if you got time and you want to jump on here live with us, feel free, man. Jump up and you can square off against me in a game.
Yep,
Because Adam obviously is doing the controller panel, the producer panel behind, so you can kind of see the answers unless he blocks them out. So,
that's the old-fashioned way with my hand.
yeah. So, but yeah, if you want to come on the show, if you got time, no worries if you don't. But yeah, hit me up in DMs. I can send you a link. You can jump on here and test it out. Oh, he's driving at the moment. No worries, brother. No worries. It's all good. We'll be testing it out here anyway, and I'm sure we'll get you on at some point to do it. You're probably one of our top testers of Moon or Dust, so it would be good to have
Yep.
you back on with us. Yeah. Okay, Adam. Where are we at?
Okay, so we are. Obviously, we wanted to look at the sudden death round. It wasn't really very entertaining. It was just, over too fast and, just shit. I guess we call it. Let's just call it shit. So, my prompt was Now we're going to look into the sudden death round. Currently, it seems to be very anticlimactic and not entertaining. I want to try new logic completely. Main changes 10 card ladder, no swaps, no survey questions except for the initial one. Here's the flow. High card deal, like all rounds. Survey question, like all rounds. Correct player from survey question goes first on their ladder. They try to make it to the end. If they guess wrong, they stop and control swaps to the other player. Player 2 then runs and tries to complete the 10 card ladder. If they guess wrong, control switches back to player 1. This continues until one player reaches the end. No swaps or survey questions during this round. Do you understand? Yes, I understand completely. Sudden death becomes a 10 card ladder showdown with a completely different feel. High card deal, same as always, determines who answers the survey. One survey question determines who goes first on the ladder. Player 1 runs their ladder, calling higher or lower on each card, no swaps. If they guess wrong, they stop where they are, control switches to player 2. Player 2 runs their ladder, same thing. If they guess wrong, control switches back to player 1 from where they left off. Back and forth until someone reaches the end of their 10 card ladder and wins the match. No swaps, no freeze, no additional survey questions, just pure higher lower card calling, trading turns on wrong calls until someone completes their ladder. Here's the
Yeah.
plan.
Yeah, I think that's really way better because it's going to be like
Yeah.
quick fire, but it's swapping back and forth, so it's kind of going to be intense, you know?
Yes, I agree. I agree. And yeah, maybe having that 10 card. And obviously, once we actually play it here, we'll get a good feel for how it's going to be.
Yeah,
And,
and anybody
sometimes
else?
it is.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
I know sometimes it is, when you're just kind of playing it blend like this without sound effects or music or a host and stuff like that, it's kind of hard to get that feel. But, if you're getting that completely dead feel from the way it is currently, then, you're going to have to change it. So
Yeah.
if we get a little bit of, it's kind of more of a sprint at the end running it this
Yes.
way. So I'm kind of liking the theory behind it. So once we
Yeah.
play it, we'll
Yeah.
get a good feel.
A little more high octane. And for anybody that is watching, this is we are using Replit. You can go and check out that AI coding software that we're using to build Adam's software of choice. There's other ones out there too. Lovable, Cursor, other ones that you can use, but we're using Replit. Replit.com is where you can go and check this out and use it as well
Yeah.
for yourself. If you want to build with us or you're watching after the fact, whatever it is.
All right. So then I basically told it like we always do. Now, if the architect devises surgical, clean, lean, and robust implementation, we do not want any old code from the current implementation left over. Have the architect then review after your work is complete. So rework subnet logic. The architect has laid out a clean plan. Here's the summary. So this is basically it goes through each of the functions, the different files, stuff like that, and it lays out a good clean plan for the agent to carry out. Then as you can see here, this is the first time we kind of come through this because we're changing a very important part of the game that we already had decided on. So control panel cleanup, delete sudden death choice card, play own ladder, force opponent. We want to get rid of that. Show start card run for all rounds when survey is revealed. Remove the is sudden death condition. Hide swap freeze buttons during SD standard card run. Board, no changes needed. Ladders and active player highlighting already work. Okay, so let me start implementing. So put it to work. This is it basically running through it. So there was obviously, after it had implemented, there was a couple of LSP errors. Obviously, to handle the case where a sudden death during card run, an ice card flips control. The next survey question button should not appear since standard has no mid-run surveys. Let me also check if the swap buttons can swap guard is sufficient or if I need to update it. Swap button already checks. Player's active player can swap, which will be false. In SD, since start card run sets as base has control in SD run caller handle always sets can swap, false. And the freeze button already checks is sudden death. The next server question button already checks is sudden death. But wait, in sudden death, when an ice card is drawn, control passes the opponent, but the phase stays card run. The opponent should be able to immediately start calling higher or lower on their own ladder. So it's doing a
Right.
check over what it did, and it's finding these issues as it's going.
Hmm.
Um, so the current ice handler just flips active player and has control. It doesn't transition to survey. That's correct for sudden death. The next survey question button shows when last event type is ice card and sudden death. So it's already hidden in sudden death. However, there's an issue in sudden death after ice. The opponent gets control, but the ice handler in call higher or lower doesn't know we're switching to a different player's ladder. Let me reread the ice handler. I
Right,
see the problem. The ice.
quick chat shout out there. We got Singh. He said, "I like the Peaky Blinders style cap hat, Mr. Pixel." Thank you very much, sir. My wife, my beautiful wife, Mrs. P, picked these up for me from my homeland. Of course, they were shipped over here from Ireland, so I appreciate that. Thank you, sweetheart. That was beautiful. I'm getting a lot of compliments on it, so thank you very much. And we call them back home. We call them kiapines and all kiapine. It's the old man hat that we used to have. Dracoshi in the house as well. The twin Chads. If you build it, they will play. I agree. They will play. Um, and if you offer prize money, they will certainly play. So, uh, yeah, and I'm not sure if you just joined us as well, SFC. Let me know, and I can show you what we got with Rose. We finalized our Rose card as well. Mr. Bitzel said, "Wait, you're Irish? What gave it away?" Oh, good one.
I thought he
Yeah,
was going to say,
morning, Greg.
"Wait, I pulled over so I could jump on and play."
Yeah, yeah. Pull off the highway immediately into the nearest hard shoulder and join us. I'm kidding. Be safe. All right, Adam, where are we at?
All right. So basically, it's just
Sorry, SFC just said, if it is for money, then I will play. Absolutely. Hey, SFC, if you got time, I know you're probably working hard over in the car lot there, but if you got time, brother, you're more than welcome to come on here too. Mr. Bitzel wasn't able to make it, but you can come and join us here in the studio and take on the current reigning loser here, Mr. P.
all right. So it's basically starting out the issue. So in sudden death, if an ice card appears, there's obviously different logic in sudden death than there is to a standard round. It doesn't move to a survey question. So it's basically figuring that out here. It would just basically, so it actually completely changes the kind of advantage of an ice card in
Mm-hmm.
sudden death round. It kind of flips it on its head a bit,
Mm-hmm.
because it stops you. So interesting. Let's see how it plays out.
Yeah, yeah, for
Uh,
sure.
so it's just basically, I also need to ensure that in sudden death during card run, the next survey question button doesn't show for ice cards. Let me check. The current condition is sudden death, which is already correct, but actually in sudden death, when ice happens, the opponent should just continue running their own ladder directly without needing to click anything. The current flow in non sudden death after ice, you click next survey question to go back to the survey. In sudden death, there should be no such button, and the opponent should immediately be able to call higher or lower.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't think so.
How do you mean?
Well, I think if you hit an ice card, it should freeze you there, and it passes it over. So you kind of don't want to hit one.
Right, right, right. So it doesn't advance you, it just freezes you on the spot and then removes
Yes,
itself. Yeah, I
but,
like that
but
because we don't want to switch it up too much. You want to keep that
yeah,
consistency. Yep.
yes, I agree. But it's kind of trashing it out here. So looking at the control panel after ice and sudden death, last event type is ice card. Is sudden death is false? Next survey question, hidden, correct. Active player, switches, higher lower buttons available, correct. Okay, so it switches. This is what we want. This all works, and we also update start card run to ensure in sudden death the runner has no swap freeze. The start card run just transitions the phase, so it just trashes that out here, and it gets to the architect here. Then it did a test, and the architect flagged a minor documentation issue, but I confirmed the core sudden death logic is correct. The tie redeal via timer is already working from the previous test. That's unchanged. We fixed the schema comment. Okay, and then it done another test, and it actually hit a tie while it was doing the test. So the test hit a tie in a high card draw, and the 5 second timer hadn't fired yet. That's expected. It just means the test hit unlucky RNG timing. Let me check the logs to confirm and verify via API the core logic works. The game is in ready state. Tested a high card tie. 10 second wait wasn't enough for the tie display. And redeal. Let me rerun the test again, this time with better instructions accounting for ties. All tests passed. Core flow logic is working. 7 card ladder. Standard round 7 card ladder. No old Sudden date buttons, card run with higher lower. Let me mark all tasks complete. Everything is working. Sudden date rework complete. Okay, so we're pretty much ready to give it a run.
All right, sweet. Drew, SFC isn't able to make it. His kids got karate coming up. No problem, brother. Open invitation when anybody has got time. That's in the chat. And he was asking if you ever seen Boardwalk Empire, bro. Oh, I love that show. Boardwalk Empire.
Yeah,
My guy, Nookie Thompson. Yeah, great
yeah,
show. Great show. Have to say, haven't watched it in a minute, but man, I would love to sit down and binge watch that again. It was so good.
yeah.
Really enjoyed it.
Epic.
For anybody that don't know, it's based basically in Atlantic City around the Boardwalk Empire during Prohibition days. Really good. I'm trying to think of the name of that actor. Steve Buscemi is the main guy. He
Steve
plays
Buscemi.
Nuki Thompson.
That's the guy.
Nuki
Yeah.
Thompson. He's the governor, I believe, at the time. But yeah, it's a really good show, I have to say. Anybody hasn't seen it, go check it out. All right, Adam, we're ready to test out a little game here, huh?
Yes, we are.
All right. I think
So,
this hat that I have is a hat. I mean, you would have seen a lot of those hats in that show. I think Tommy had used to rock one of these hats regularly as well. All right. So we're to start the game here, Adam. Is that correct?
yes, we're ready to go.
All
So
right.
here we are with the producer panel.
He said the accent is what it reminds him of. Yeah. Not the hat. It's the whole package.
Okay,
Mrs. P's getting me a real Tommy gun. She's down there.
all
Yeah,
right.
sure,
We
Jade.
generate questions.
Okay, so this is basically the 50 questions that it generates prior. So you have the option to, switch, re-roll. Plus, it goes with our Mafia team. Absolutely, it does go with our Mafia team. So, yeah, it's perfect. It is the perfect capping, as we would say. Better not get someone with a gun named Tommy. Oh, all
I think
Tommy.
maybe we could give Mr. Bitzel a Tommy gun there when he's the Jack. I think you're muted, Mr. P. I can't hear you.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, we could definitely do that. I think a Tommy going to be good for the enforcer and all that. But I haven't seen a DM come in from him yet. So, Mr. Bitzel, if you did DM me, let me know. In case I
Well, he's
missed it.
driving. I think he's driving right now. So
Yeah, well, he's also typing in the chat. So, but yeah, he might need to take a professional picture. He might need to get the missus to take a picture for good lighting and all that.
yeah.
All right, Adam, where are we at?
Okay, we're good. We're ready to start match. We're all set up. We have our questions done, as you can see here. I'll move over to the main game screen. There we go.
And SFC, you never told me. Were you watching earlier? Once I'm off the road, he'll send it. Okay, beautiful, perfect. Also, SFC, you never answered me. Did you see our Queen card yet? If not, I'll pull it up there. I'll pull it up near the end anyway. But
All right, let's start the match. I'm going to deal the cards.
all right, let's deal them. Adam, what you got?
Two.
Two.
Well, that's
Nice.
going to be easy. King.
All right, I'll take the king. Beautiful.
5-second timer. There it goes.
So this means that I will be taking control of answering the first question. Basically, I'll be answering the first question, right?
Okay, yep. So I'm going to block it out here. Display it.
Sure, Jan. Okay. What percentage of people have unfollowed a celebrity after a scandal? Good question. Let's say, I think it's going to be relatively low, I have to say. Let's go with 30%.
30%.
Yep.
I think it's actually going to be lower than that, to be honest, because probably they gain more followers after a scandal the way the world works today.
Mm-hmm.
I think less people unfollow and they probably gain followers, so I'm going to go lower. Real answer.
Let's see what we got. 35. That's pretty close.
All right, all
Okay,
right.
that's given control to me, and my base card here right now is the ace. I have the option to swap if I want, but I'm obviously not going to do that. I'm going to go lower than the ace. Bear on the ace.
We're on the ace. It's five.
F5. All right, let's go higher than the five.
Higher than a five. It's
Oh, come
three.
on. All right, okay.
All right, let me just block myself here.
All right,
Survey.
next question. So this is how the game works, everybody. This is the flow. It goes to another survey question. Now that I got that move wrong.
All right.
What percentage of people have negotiated a raise in the last 2 years? Interesting one. It's a tough
I
one.
think it's probably going to be pretty low. I'm going to say 25%.
I'm going to go higher.
Gotta go higher.
Let's go higher.
Mr. P says higher. Our survey said 27.
So close. We're getting pretty close cases, I have to say.
What happened if
But
I said 27?
yeah, I don't know. If you get 27, I mean, that's something we got to iron out, I guess, if that happens.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Okay,
I'll
so
just pop this in here. Just assuming we're on
yeah,
that. So,
ask it what
so we
happens.
don't lose it.
Yeah, and while you're doing that, I'm going to
Output.
show the rose card here. If ever anybody wants to check it out, let me remove that. Show right here. So this is our queen, Queen of Hearts. I am going to tidy up that Q leg. It's kind of annoying me. Maybe find a new font, but here it is. This is based on, of course, only rose. This is our Gumar, our queen, or whatever you want to call her. So what we did was we cut her out and we gave her the exact same backdrop as the king right here. Slightly similar, not entirely, but it's something that we can tidy up here after the fact too. These bits here in the background, I might tidy up that. Or hey, you know what? I might even end up cutting out Don himself and creating an entirely new back. That is something that we could potentially do as well. So something to think about for sure. I am seeing a little bit of an issue right here. So I think I need to erase that. Yeah, there we go. Missed that on my first pass, I guess. Whoever in the chat, why didn't you call me on that? Darn it. Okay, yeah, I think I got it all covered there now. So yeah, we could even end up cutting out the Don himself and creating one standard card back based on it. I think, I'm thinking that's something that I might actually end up doing and keep it all uniform across the board. But all in all, I think it's looking really good so far. There's our king. There's our queen. And here I'll give you a look at some other cards that we had. There's the 10 of clubs fully created. There's the 10 of hearts. And there is the 10 of diamonds. And I will continue and I'll get the 10 of spades done. And I'm going to build out all those playing cards. I won't torture all the viewers. We already went over piecing these together initially. And of course, we started with the 10 because you need to get your size right. And then, when you're doing the 2, you'll just like take these ones here on the 4 on the left, 4 on the right, and you just leave the 2 in there, change this to a 2. So it's just a little process that I'll go through and get all these done, save this PNGs, send them over to Adam, and then he'll be able to start uploading these cards once I have them all done. But very happy with how we're going so far with the king and the queen.
Yeah,
it's really starting to come together. And we're going to have Mr. Bitzel as our enforcer for the jack. So we might actually be touching on that tomorrow. Are we streaming tomorrow, Adam? What day is tomorrow? No, it's Valentine's Day tomorrow, so probably not.
Valentine's tomorrow.
So it'll be Monday. Might be Monday before we're back. Realistically, here I'm going to be busy Sunday. So yeah, it'll probably be Monday before we come back. But yeah, Mr. Bitzel on Monday we're going to be turning him into the enforcer. So that's going to be cool. But yeah, there you go. That is the queen. Let me know what you guys think about it so far. You think we made the right decision with our queen choice? I think we did. But yeah, we'll tweak that up as well, and we'll get it all looking really, really spiffy here with the backdrop and everything. But yeah, I'm happy with where it's at right now. Okay, Adam, where are we at?
Yeah, so just on the question we had per the game design document, it says current logic already handles exact matches on line 364. If actual is equal to the guess, opponent correct is false, exact match the answer wins. So if the answer is 27% and the player guesses exactly 27%, the answer automatically wins control. The opponent's higher or lower call becomes irrelevant since the guess was dead on. This seems like the natural fair rule. Correct, I agree. Okay, so let's move back over to our game.
Alrighty.
And we are
I have
right. Who got
control,
that right? You
and
have
I'm
control.
going to swap that 5.
Swap the 5 to the 4.
Okay, that's okay. And I know I've got a 3 and a 5 already off the board. So let's go higher than the 4.
Let's roll on that 2. I can't believe it.
Kidding me? uh,
Oh, shit. Okay. All right, let's go to the question. Next question up. Service. Shit.
what percentage of people own at least one indoor plant? I think we got this recently. Can you re-roll a question? Re-roll that.
I can, but I can't know because I've
You can't
displayed
after
it.
the fact. Okay, gotcha. Okay, well, go ahead, Adam. Oh, it's Mr. P. It's me. How's it me? I thought it was you.
This guy answered the last one.
Oh, okay, so it goes like that. I thought if I got control of the board, the other person would be answering after
No,
once
I
I
think
lose
it
it.
goes back and forth, I believe.
Okay. Something to think about. What do you think? Should it be the person that had control? The other person gets to answer first.
So, what's your percentage?
Um, let's go with. I mean, I'd like to think a lot, but let's go with 45%.
45.
If you-
Done. Um, I'm going to say lower.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it's probably lower in retrospect.
42.
42, man. We gotta hit one right on the money here very soon.
Yeah.
All
Well,
right, Adam.
we can do that because I can see the answers. Let's
Yeah,
see what happens.
yeah.
All right. So I'm on a 10. I think I'll keep it. I'll just go lower.
Maybe it should be like a kind of a thing. Like if you nail it, if you like get it right, it should be some kind of a, I don't know, maybe something special if you get it spot on.
If you get one spot on, it adds 10% to the pot.
Right, yeah, there we go. That's nice. 10% added
Maybe
to the
something like
pot
that.
if you nail it. Yeah, I like that. I like that. It's a good idea.
Yep.
Okay, Adam, you're going what? Are you swapping? You going lower than 10? What are you
I'm
doing?
going to keep it. I'll go lower.
All right.
5. All right. Higher than 5. 2. Oh,
Boom. Good. Uh, okay. Now that is Adam's run over, so it is coming back to a survey question.
okay. And this is me going to answer this one.
All right. What percentage of people prefer movies at home over theaters?
Hmm.
Sticky.
I'm just going to go with 50. Hit it in the middle.
All right.
Mr. P, higher or lower?
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go higher.
Or higher. Mr. P
Answer.
says higher. Our survey says 38.
Ooh, 38. I'm surprised.
Yeah, yeah. Me too. All right. I'm on a 5. I mean, I'm just going to go higher.
All right.
Ice.
Ooh, there
There
we
we
go.
go.
Ice
First
card.
ice card.
Okay, sweet. So that means you're frozen. The ice
Control
card,
passes. Yep.
Miss P. And do I have to answer a question now, or
It
I
moves.
just gain control of the ladder? I can run.
No, it moves to a survey question now. I believe. Run one.
I feel like maybe if you get the ice card, the other player gets to run instead of having to answer a question. What do you think of that?
Well, I actually do have the option for you to run here. Carter and Mr. P. It's like it's already started the run.
Yeah, I think we should do that. Because there's only one ice card, and it basically like you lose your go, puts you on ice, and then the other person gets to take up the mantle.
Okay, so I need to, if you look here on the producer tab here, once that's happened,
Hmm.
it is giving me the option to run a survey question. but
Okay.
it's also giving me the option to do your run. So I think it's just not removing the survey question.
Gotcha.
So let's make a note of that here. Take a quick screenshot.
Yeah, after, so we want to basically tell it that after an ice card happens, there should be no option for a survey question, right?
Yes, correct. So let's get that.
I
Move in
like it. I
here.
like it.
Sure, we're in plan mode. Um, Paste that in.
Of course, anybody that is tuning in, we are Moon or Dust. Go and check out our website, moonordust.media. This is part of the Pump Fun Hackathon live public build. We are building a game show based on the classic game show called Card Sharks in the 1980s. You can go and check out some clips of that and get an idea of what that's all about. We showed some clips of it actually in the very first episode. If you haven't seen any of those, you can go back. They're all down here in the previous streams. They're also on our YouTube channel. They're on X as well. We post them all after the fact, but we are only live on Pump Fun. Um, yeah, so go and check out our website, everybody, moonordust.media. Our X handle is at moonordustmedia. And if you want to join us and you share the vision of everything that we're doing here, pop down there and pump fun and pick up a little bag of Mafia token for yourself and enjoy the ride. We are going to be doing this one way or another. We will continue to build. We were doing this before the hackathon. We will continue to do it after the hackathon, no matter what happens. Because, of course, what we're trying to do here is be able to elevate as many projects, of course, in our trending show. This is just one of the shows that we do. We have the game show, the old game show as well. You can see that down there. The most recent episode where Space Cat, representing Coffee Coin, founder himself, took on our AI whales, deal or no deal style game. So you can see that episode down there, get an idea of what we're building here, what we're going to be building. And of course, Replit has come a long way since we actually built that. So this will speed up the process, make it a lot less intensive now that you have the plan mode, you got the architect mode, as well as the agent mode. So that is very, very helpful. And of course, as well, if you haven't seen it, we just did the trending show and we have a whole slew of other hackathon projects that we will be interviewing all next week, jam packed. So we're going to create this very, very cool resource that everybody can use, where you get to hear from all the projects that are entering, get an idea of what the competition is looking like. And Elon can even tap into this resource as well and see what the competition is like. And once we do that, so that's what's going to be happening throughout the trending show all next week and on into the future. Of course, the entry window closes on the 18th. So we will be looking to interview as many projects as possible. And again, we did put out a tweet. We got a massive reception to it. So we've scheduled tons of those projects to come on. So don't miss those if you want to see what the competition is like. And apologies to anybody if we didn't tag you. There's no official list of everybody that's entered yet. So if you are in the hackathon and we didn't tag you in that tweet, just hit us up in DMs and we'll try and get you scheduled if you want to come on the trending show and let everybody know what you're building. All right,
All
Ella.
right. Okay, so I just prompted in here. Obviously, I'm in plan mode. So I don't want it to go start doing anything. So I pasted in my screenshot from the producer window. Now please check the current implementation for when the ice card appears. Other player gains control and immediately continues their run on their ladder from where they left off. No survey questions. Question mark. If that is the case, then there should not be any option in the producer dashboard to click next survey question. See image. So I went and checked. Here's what I found. Ice card behavior current. When an ice card is revealed, control passes to the opponent and they continue their card run immediately. No survey question. Phase days card run. This is correct per the rules. The bug. The next survey question button currently appears whenever the last event was an ice card. During a non-sudden death round. This is wrong. After an ice card, the opponent should just keep running the ladder with hard lower calls. There should be no survey question at that point. The next survey question button should only appear after a freeze, where the active player deliberately freezes their progress, not after an ice card hit. After a freeze, a new survey determines who gets control next. After an ice card, the opponent just picks up and keeps climbing. Here's the plan to fix. I won't go and fix it now. Let's keep running the game because we might come across some other stuff. And I'll keep running the game for the simple fact, if you look here, I do have the option to continue with Mr. P, so that survey question button there is just a bug. Okay, so we will continue, Mr. P. You will be
Yep.
continuing your run. You're on a 4. I don't believe you have the option to swap.
No, no, you don't. Not if you get ice. I just run the ladder. I basically pick up where you left off, kind of thing, right? Just going to key
Yes.
that in there too.
Yeah.
No ability to swap after ice. The opponent has no
Yeah.
ability. They gotta play.
Yeah.
I like it. I like the way it's shaping up here. Curious to see the sudden death round once we get to it. All right.
Okay. Producer dashboard.
Of course, the software we're using here, everybody, is Replit, replit.com. You can go and check that out if it's something that interests you and you want to build your own stuff. It's a really good piece of kit. They're constantly updating it, adding new features, making it easy. They just recently integrated ChatGPT Mini, 5.2 Mini, I believe, as well. So you don't have to actually plug in specific API calls into that because it's automatically built in now, which is really cool.
All right. So we're going to continue on.
All right.
Mr. P, higher or lower than the 4? I will
Here, wait,
assume.
I'm going to do something really quick. Let me remove this one. And I'm going to put you up here for the game mode. I'm going to put me down here so we can see, get an idea. I think we're going to have these over on the left. Save as new layout. There we go. And I think that's it right there. So for example, we're playing against each other. No, looks
Oh,
a little
yeah.
better. Let me just make sure that
That's
they're the same size. Yeah, there we go. All right, save that. An update. Okay, there we go. All
nice.
right. So it is me. Let's go with higher than the 4.
Higher than the 4, it's a jack.
All right, let's go lower than the jack.
Lower than the jack, 10.
Okay. Let's go lower than the 10.
Lower than the 10, 3.
It's higher than the 3.
Higher than 3, 7.
And let's freeze on the 7.
Breeze on the 7, nice run. Okay.
Thanks, you handed it off to me. All right, so we got another survey question here.
Okay, so I actually froze you there. And if we look in the dashboard, I still have an option to go higher, lower, and freeze.
Okay.
So we want to also, we'll add that in because this is all kind of falling into the same producer UI UX kind of issue here.
Mm-hmm.
So let's bundle these together in this next fix. So the last one that I put in there just while you were adjusting there, I believe the player should also not have the ability to swap after ice card. Currently there is also a swap button in the producer dashboard. This is correct per the GDD. You're right, after an ice card, the opponent should just pick up and continue climbing their ladder. No swap, no freeze, no serve. Straight handoff to keep running. Currently, the ice card handler gives the opponent can swap through and can freeze through in standard rounds, which is incorrect. This should both be false. The opponent just gets higher, lower, keep climbing. Okay, so that's the task for that. But now we want to add another one. And the issue here is that after somebody freezes, the player it moves to the next player, and it's showing. It's basically like you're after getting back on a run. So also the after the control freezes, there should be a survey question only. Currently correct. Put in the producer dashboard. Just make sure that that looks like what I'm saying it is. Yes, on the producer dashboard, it is allowing for the closing player to um, allowing the producer to select high slash low slash freeze when that player does not have control as the survey question has not been asked yet. Understood. Okay, so we go and check that out. We let that run there. And
All right.
let's continue with the game. So we're
All
back
right.
here and we're on to a survey question.
All right. Let's hear it.
I actually got that wrong. It allowed me to continue on for you after freezing
Okay.
instead of the opposing player. Isn't it? Clear the active player transition phase to the control panel to show side row freezable to flat player even though they've frozen. It understood it. It checked it understood.
Okay. Sweet.
Okay. Alright. So let's just continue with the game. We've got kind of two producer UI UX fixes in the pipeline there on the task list. So let's keep moving. So next survey question. Let me load it up here and hide it from myself. Okay.
What percentage of people have tried a viral food trend?
I think this is me, is it?
I have no idea.
We'll just say it's me.
Yeah.
We'll automate that anyway.
Yeah. Yep.
Yes for now. Tried a viral food trend. I'm gonna go with 25. Mr. P.
I'm gonna go higher.
Higher. Mr. P says higher. The survey said 57.
Boom. All right. Let's swap out that 7.
Not card runs. Swap it out. Here we got a 4.
Nice. Let's go higher than the 4 for the W.
Higher than 4 to win the round, Mr. P. It's a king.
All right.
We go.
One round in the bag.
All right. Sweet.
I did want to see what was going to happen with that ice card. To be honest,
Yes,
after if you regained control.
Yeah.
I have to check that out next time.
Yeah, that's true because the ice card doesn't have a value.
It shouldn't continue your run, like it should disappear after you hit it. But maybe if you regained control, it might disappear after. I don't know. But it's something we got to think about.
Yeah, shit. We should have played that out there.
Yeah, we're going to be doing plenty testing. I'm sure we'll hit one again. We might even hit one in the next round.
Who knows? All right, let's move to the next round.
All right. Do you like cards?
See when you won, Mr. P. Reveal. It's a 5. Jack. There we go.
All right. Adam, you'll be answering first. Okay.
Should have gonna skip that because I seen it. Okay.
What percentage of people own a vintage vinyl record?
I'm gonna say, I mean, these days it's probably pretty low. I'd say 37%.
Okay, I'm gonna go higher.
Higher. So P says higher. The survey says 15.
Oh, man, that low? Wow.
Low. Maybe 20 years ago it might have been up at 37.
Yeah, I thought they were making a comeback. Maybe not.
All right. So I'm on a six. I'm gonna swap that out to a nine. She.
All
All
right.
right. So I'm gonna go lower than a nine. Mother.
Okay. Another server question. Let's see what we got. That's right, Adam. We're not playing for money yet.
I know. I still don't like losing.
All
What
right.
percentage of people have rewatched a show more than three times?
Hmm. I think with Netflix, I think that's probably relatively high. Let's go. I'm gonna say 40. I mean, I guess that's not really high, but now that I think of it, let's go 45%.
45. Um, I think it'll be lower than that. 54.
4. All right.
Right.
Lord and the King. Higher than the 5.
Phew.
All right. Another 2 off the board.
All right. What percentage of people admit to impulse buying online weekly? Hmm. What percentage of people do it, and what percentage of people admit to doing it? They're two different questions. Um, People that admit to doing it, I'm gonna go with 36.
All right. I'm gonna go lower.
Lower. Spiegel says lower. Survey person says 22.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a lot of fucking liars out there.
All right. I'm gonna try again. I'm gonna go higher than the 5.
Higher than the 5. Jack.
All right. Let's go lower than the Jack.
Lower than the Jack. King.
All right. Next question. What percentage of people donate to charity at least once a year?
Mr. P, you're up.
Okay, I will go with. Go with. At least once a year. Let's go with. I think that's probably relatively high. There's a lot of guilt going around. Let's let's go with 65%.
65. I'm gonna say it's lower.
You're probably right. 52.
52. All
Just over
right.
half the population, huh?
All
All
right,
right.
that 9 fucked me last time. I'm gonna swap it. 5. All right, I'm gonna hire the 5. Mother. Can't get off that fucking home
Can't get
base.
off the home base, bro. All right.
All right.
Next question. What percentage of people would wait in line overnight for concert tickets?
Shh, I think it's gonna be kind of low.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 30%. Oh, that's you.
It's
Sorry.
me.
Yeah, sorry, Derp.
I go 25.
All right.
Mr.
Yeah,
P,
I'll go higher then.
higher. Mr. P says higher. Our survey said 9%.
9. Wow. All right,
Yeah.
Adam. Try and get off that 5.
Shh, fuck.
Good luck.
I'm just gonna go higher.
This game's gonna be a lot of fun. Uh,
Shit.
okay. Um,
It's question time.
Question time. What
Mr. P,
percentage of
you're up.
people have at least one credit card debt? I mean, that's got to be high. I'm going to say 75%.
I'm gonna say it's higher. We're living in fucking everyone's in fucking debt.
All right.
Higher. Survey said 48.
48.
Fuck.
All right. People cleaning up their acts out there.
Dealing
Okay.
in crypto, that fucking mattress is stuffed.
Yeah. All right.
P, you're up.
Let's go. I mean, I want to say higher, but let's just go higher. Higher than the Jack.
Higher than the Jack. All right. Oh shit. Okay, here we go.
All right, next question.
This is you, is it?
Yes, what percentage of people organize movie marathons with friends? Let's say I'm gonna confer to my lovely wife, Mrs. P. What do you think? What percentage of people organize movie marathons with friends? 65? All right, she's going with 65. I think that's a little high, but
65.
let's go with
I think it's
65.
high too. I'm gonna go lower.
Adam's going
Our
lower.
survey said
32.
32. All right.
Uh,
Okay, that five is
yeah.
absolutely full. I'm just gonna go higher again.
Ooh,
Whew.
just made it.
All right, higher again. Ace. There we
Go.
go.
Get the run.
We're
There goes
moving. We're moving. All right, lower the ace. Seven. I'll freeze.
All right, next question. What percentage of people have a tattoo they regret?
Um, 80% of people with tattoos is probably low, and then the ones that haven't, but that regret it. I don't know. I'm
Anyone
gonna say
share on the net?
15%.
Adam is saying 15%, Mrs. P. Do you think it's higher or lower than 15%? She thinks it's lower than 15. Let's see what you got.
Lower.
Yep.
Mrs. P says lower. Our survey said
14.
4.
Nailed it. All right. Ah, this darn jack. Okay, I'm going to go lower than the jack.
I mean, I was kind of surprised you didn't go lower on the jack the last
I
time.
know. Well, the last time I went lower on the jack, I got a king. So I was just tempting fate. Okay,
Right,
we got a
you
2.
got a
Let's go
2
higher.
now.
Go higher than that 2.
3.
Let's go higher than that 3.
3. Lucky match.
Nice. Does that give me an extra 5% on the jackpot? We could do something like that too. We got a lucky match. We get 3 in a row. I mean, let's take the W here and go higher than the 3.
Higher than 3. 4.
Boom.
Whitewashed.
Whitewashed, and we didn't get to see the final round.
No.
The sudden death. But that's okay.
All right.
We can come back again tomorrow. We're at touching the 1 hour 30-minute mark now. We're going to be getting called for my dinner here soon, and I'm sure, Adam, it's getting very late for you there too. You probably you got a few things even, I'd say, to do before you can go to bed.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's been good. I think we've ironed out a lot of it right now. We're coming along. We'll test out that what do you call it, the sudden death maybe tomorrow, or sorry, Monday, when we come back on Monday.
Hmm.
What do you think?
Yeah, we'll test out the sudden death, and we did have a couple of little items here that we are going to run and fix. Just the producer UI UX issues that we're having there.
Okay.
Just so some buttons aren't showing, so I'm going to run those, and when we come back on Monday, we will we should have those ironed out, and we will run another game. Mr. P will continue with some design, and then we're going to start making it look all pretty. We'll test out the new sudden
Your
death.
your camera's frozen too, by the way.
What's
It does
new?
that every time you click out of the StreamYard window, it freezes.
Okay.
That's what happens.
Yeah.
All right, there you
Okay.
are.
Yeah. So we'll we'll run the sudden death, and we'll start making everything look spicy.
Very nice. Of
And
course.
Mr. Bitzel.
And
Let's
Mr.
not
Bitzel
forget
will be
Mr.
working on the
Bitzel.
jack, the enforcer. And for anybody
Yeah.
that's just tuning in, maybe you're catching the end of this, we did create our queen card. Now, this isn't the final design, but it is looking pretty good. I think we found the one that we want. I would like if she had a little more jewelry on her there, maybe a kind of a nice flashy necklace or something like that might help. So that's something maybe we can add next time around. And I am considering, changing the back of all the cards and getting one uniform back potentially for them. So that's something that we'll explore a little bit. And like Adam said, we'll do Mr. Bitzel as well. So there you go. That is our queen that we got through today as well. And I will continue to build out the other playing deck cards, 2 to 10s, in my own time. We did go through building those in a previous episode, so you can check that out. But yeah, so anybody that is has been watching, we appreciate you all, of course. I hope you're learning something. I hope you're enjoying what we're building here. And again, get ready for next week. It's going to be jam packed. We're going to be interviewing tons of projects from the hackathon that are entering. Like I said, we put out a tweet and we've had massive reception from it. So we did our first interview today. The clip from that will be dropping maybe at some point over the weekend, or maybe we'll drop it Monday because sometimes Twitter.
That was a pretty fucking awesome project that they're doing there with that
Yeah, yeah, it was cool. I loved
AI.
it. Yeah,
I love I love their Minecraft integration. Really, really
yeah.
cool.
Yeah, that was really cool. A good idea. And again, I think that's the way video games are going to be eventually. AI is just going to be
Yeah,
built in under the hood. You're not going to need an add-on for it. But right now, that's a great thing. Whether they'd ever do it for Minecraft is debatable. Probably not in the near future anyway. So it's a really cool add-on for that. I have to agree.
yeah, it is.
Um, but yeah, so we did that interview with MIA. If you haven't seen it, you can go and check it out in the previous streams there from today's trending show.
I think it's
And
Maya or Mia. Is it Mia or Maya?
Mia. Yeah, it's Mia. I keep calling it MIA,
Yeah,
but I just because it's the because it's the website. But yeah, it's Mia is the name of it. So you can go and check that out. We had our guy Faborius um on with us as well, doing all that, telling us all about it. So it was a really good interview. Shout out to you. Thanks for coming on the show. And again, that tweet that we put out, if you were not tagged in it, do not don't despair. You can just hit us up in DMs from the main Moon or Dust X account. There it is at Moon or Dust Media. Because there has been no official list from Pump Fun yet. That mightn't come through till after the 18th when every submission has come in and the entry window closes. But until then, we are kind of just going off some other apps that have been kind of building out and trying to get a grip on all the projects that have entered. So apologies if we did not tag you in it and you are in the hackathon, or maybe you joined it after the post. But do not despair. Like I said, hit us up in DMs and we will be happy to try and schedule you to come on the show. Tell us all about what you're building. I'm getting some feedback there from you, Adam, at the moment. Um, but yeah, so get ready for that. Monday is going to kick off. I think we might even have 2 projects we're going to be interviewing on Monday. And there's going to be some days we're interviewing even 3 projects I think Sean has lined up. So we're trying to work with everybody's schedule, but we want to create an awesome resource that everybody can use after the fact to see what the competition is like here straight from the horse's mouth and get a good look. And hopefully even Elon and Tim Draper could even check it out and use that as a resource. I know they're probably very busy as well, so it might be an easy way for them to be able to judge some competition. And I hope everybody appreciated, enjoyed the interview today. I hope they got some good information from it. And of course, this is the Pump Fun Hackathon, our own build. We're building a game show, so we'll be back again. This is episode 8. We'll be back with episode 9 on Monday. And we'll be back with the Moon or Dust game show itself next week, as well on Thursday. But enjoy your weekend, everybody. And, if you like what we're doing here, go and pick up yourself a bag of Mafia. We're here for the long haul, absolutely. And we are going to continuously be building out everything that we're doing here, and we're going to continuously add. And of course, before I forget, we also did build out a slots game called Rico's Revenge. I'm currently working on a promo for that. So we're hoping that should be dropping in the next couple of days here, but we'll keep you posted on that. We've totally handed it off to the guys over at ape.church. And they have a fully functioning online casino, totally tied into the blockchain. Every reel that spins creates a transaction or whatever it is, right? However that works. I'm definitely not that techie, but it's totally tied in there to the blockchain. Maybe Adam, you could explain it a little better how that works.
Yeah. Basically, it's like every payout, every transaction that happens on the casino is all verifiable on chain. So every time a win happens, it's all verifiable on chain. It goes straight into your Ape Church wallet.
Cool.
But it's awesome. It's super smooth. Normally you're signing transactions for everything you do with a wallet, but Ape Church have a very smooth design. They've beautiful UI. All the games are super smooth over there. It's a really really good platform. Really
Yeah.
really nice to play on.
Yeah, awesome. And I cannot wait for Rico's Revenge to drop over there very soon. And if you do want to get involved over there and you want to await the arrival of Rico, go to ape.church and use the promo code MOD when you're signing up and you're connecting your account. And Sean will hook you up with a little bit of ape coin to get your career going as you wait for Rico to drop. So I appreciate everybody that has tuned in. That's going to be coming. We will be back again on Monday. I hope everyone has an awesome Valentine's Day. And has a good weekend. And of course, our entry for the hackathon, the video that you got to make, will play right after this show. So, Adam, you want to say anything to everybody before we head off?
Yeah, just been a great week. We've made tons of progress. I'm loving where we're at right now. Like I was saying at the start of the show, it's going to start getting exciting here now once Mr. P starts working his magic and we start making this look really nice. We start getting those cards in there, so we start to see the cards actually flipping. And then we start working in sound effects, skins, game board, moving stuff around, actually have the people, the contestants where they're supposed to be. It really starts coming together quick now at this point. So,
Yeah.
Once we've trudged through the game logic and the trashing out with GPT, it's gonna really start taking shape. So yeah, great week. And we're gonna have another awesome week next week. So really looking forward to it. Thanks everyone for tuning in. As always, awesome.
Very good, very good. Yeah, so I'm excited for that. We're about a week in so far, and we've come a long way. And like you said, once you get that game logic functionality down, everything else just starts to come together super quick after the fact. So everybody, I appreciate you tuning in. We appreciate you tuning in. Thanks for supporting everything that we're doing. We're going to continue building here. Go and check out our website over the weekend. Get that trending bot installed if you haven't it already done, and take advantage of everything we're doing here. So yes, everybody, thank you so much. Have an awesome weekend, and we will see all you guys back on Monday.
What is going on, everyone? I am DeFi Sean, and Pump That Fun and the entire crypto world is about to get hit with the coolest thing it's ever seen, because Mod Media is joining the Build in Public Hackathon on Pump That Fun. We've done it once with Lunar Dust, our high production game show that's about 25 episodes in front of everyone on YouTube. But this time, for our second game, we're going to be building live on Pump That Fun for everyone to see. So let's go ahead and get into it. And for those that don't know me, I am DeFi Sean, the owner of Crypto and Cause Investing, both the YouTube channel and the marketing company, and one of the co-founders of Mod Media, joined by my partners Adam and Mr. Pixel. We're building live entertainment that actually converts attention into on-chain activity. And the problem we're solving is simple. We all know crypto has amazing technology, but horrible engagement. Builders are either building something too complex or flat out too boring. Also, builders have the problem of getting people to engage and stay locked in, and most of the marketing they do feels fake or inorganic. Mod Media fixes that though by turning crypto into live, interactive entertainment. We go live 5 days a week with what we call Mod Trending, covering the top 5 projects trending on our bot. For those that didn't join us on YouTube building Lunar Dust, it is a high production deal or no deal style game where developers go head to head against our whales, picking their wallets for a chance to win up to 1,000 USD. Then that second game is coming to Pump That Fun. But exactly what are we going to be doing? We're going to be coding live. We're going to be testing it live. We're going to be bringing up community members to play the game, to break it, and to work out all the bugs in front of everyone to see. And at the same time, we're going to be bringing Mod Trending to Pump That Fun, Lunar Dust to Pump That Fun, and also teaching builders how to utilize AI for graphics, branding, and content creation. If you make crypto fun to watch, people stick around. And if people stick around, builders win. And when builders win, that's how entire ecosystems are built. And I hope Pump That Fun and our competitors are ready, because when Mod Media hits Pump That Fun, it is going to be essentially over. What we do, no one does it better, and the entire market is about to see that. So go ahead and strap up and enjoy the entertainment.